Is.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that we see that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
So a few months ago, you guys remember part of that clip where B. Simone and her podcast host there were talking about Martin Luther King. What makes him great? The fact that he's a great civil rights leader, or he was cheating on his wife?
What?
And that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to play the whole entire clip now. I just gave a little bit of a snippet first, but let's play the entire snippet so that way we get a good feel of where we're going with the video.
Is.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that we see that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus. I think. Ooh! No, move.
What?
A great CEO, a great black man, a great father, a great leader in any aspect. You're not a great husband, a great communicator, a great.
You're a liar.
You're not great.
You're a liar.
Not great.
You're a liar.
You're not great.
So that's my point.
You're not great.
So I posted this.
You're not great.
The other.
God, you're not. That is triggering.
Yeah, for
well,
sure.
I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother?
All right. So at least we have that as a premise. Okay. So we can understand that B. Simone allegedly feels that despite the fact that Martin Luther King did a lot for African Americans and men such as himself, doesn't matter if you are, let's say for an example, CEOs, business people, you're not great. All right. You're not great. You're just somebody normal. So with that, we would expect that B. Simone has standards. Clearly, the kind of man that she wants to deal with is going to represent something other than the behavior that she felt that Dr. Martin Luther King exhibited in the 60s when he was living in at his most prominent position in the civil rights movement. However, there is an interesting clip that came out a few days ago on the Shade Room, where B. Simone had a lot of flirtatious comments about Draco, aka Soulja Boy, right? What? Now let's just say before that she had infatuation with the rapper, I believe, DaBaby. But let me go ahead and play this particular clip, and then we'll come back and analyze that.
I can't tell if I'm high or if Soulja Boy is my next victim. Who would have thought? I'm on his Instagram like, this is a fucking legend. Soulja Boy, well, he has dimples. Then she make it clap, clap, clap. I said that changed the trajectory of hip hop. I think I like Soulja Boy, so.
At this point, I don't know if Soulja Boy.
Draco. Y'all thought I was saying Drake. I was saying Drake.
Okay, so what does this really tell me as a man listening to both clips? Somebody's going to say, well, she's joking on the second clip. In the first one, she's serious.
Stop the cap.
No, this is the same thing. In the first clip, Martin Luther King was somebody that she doesn't find to be attractive to her. So when you don't find somebody to be attractive, or you're not biased towards them, then it's easy to make the sort of judgment that you have in a strong stance, which is diminishing Dr. Martin Luther King for all his accomplishments because you don't like the guy. All right? No problem. Got it. But now, for a man that you feel is sexually attractive, a man who gets on the internet and talks about beefing with people, wants to be a gang member, always beefing, wanting to threaten to shootouts and stuff like that. He's a man who has a kid out of wedlock. He never wants to be somebody's husband. You say this is going to be your next victim. And on the larger scale of things, man, we know that this is what we hear from a lot of ladies in our community. Let's just talk about what kind of man they say they're attracted to. God-fearing, hard-working, a family man, puts the family first. But who are the men that they fall in love with? Typically, these are the men who have quite the opposite of what they're talking about, right? And that's the problem that we see here with B. Simone. You don't have no problem holding Martin Luther King's foot to the fire. But for Soulja Boy and the baby, it don't matter that they got baby mamas because you find them cute. And so once it's cute, it's all out the window. This is one of the reasons why for many black men and certain ladies like B. Simone, it's hard to take it serious or them serious because of the hypocrisy. Again, and nobody made her put up that video, right? Like you're saying that this man isn't great. Fine. Then why are you willing to deal with a man who's not great? What makes Soulja Boy greater than Martin Luther King? You know, like you want to raise the standards for other people who actually have productivity, but for somebody who clearly doesn't in the areas that you feel are important in a relationship, you will give yourself to them. You want to date them. For what? Because they're cute? Because they got dimples? Because, oh, it's Soulja Boy and you are fan struck. So all of the other logic goes out of the window. And then you look at Black America and it all makes sense. Just look at some of the ladies that live in some of our troubled cities in America. The Cincinnatis, the Detroit, although Detroit is trying to come out of its former shell. We look at Philadelphia. You look at Oakland. You look at Little Rock, Memphis, St. Louis, in East St. Louis, Illinois, and St. Louis, Missouri. What are you going to see? You're going to see a lot of ladies who have kids by men that they wish they would have never had children by. And most of them, if you look at them on dating apps and who they're trying to get this time, it's quite the opposite of the man that they dealt with prior. Because who they're attracted to is not what they want or what's good for them. You see? Because what they wanted, they didn't go after. So then why are you not going after the guy that has all of the things that you're looking for? Number one, you know, she could or could not get the guy. But number two, that guy doesn't turn her on. That guy's not turn her on. Like B. Simone is what? An entrepreneur. She's business minded. And look at the kind of guys that she's interested in. None of the men that she likes are known for having long-term relationships, wanting to be with one woman. That's not what she's trying to deal with. Why is she not trying to deal with men like that? I think I can tell you, because that's not really what she's looking for. Maybe is she trying to change those guys over time because she can change them? That might be one of the issues going around here. I don't know. But fundamentally, that's what we are dealing with, guys. We are dealing with a lot of hypocrisy and women holding men accountable on one hand, and then at the same time dating the same men that they want to hold accountable on the other, and even reproducing with those kind of men, which makes no sense. And then clearly don't want to be, let's say, for example, criticized for doing exactly just that. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.